Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next reviewing of episode 23 of Yashahime, Princess Half Demon. The three princesses strike back, and overall on this one, decent enough. There is some things that happen, not a whole bunch of things that happen though, but some things still which I liked. And the way that how it sets up, and now it looks like I'm ready. All of us are ready for the finale. I just hope that, fingers crossed, that after the finale we're good enough to get a second season. So hopefully we are fingers crossed on that, because I want to see a second season. But all that aside, let's get into the top viewing of the Three Princesses Strike Back. So it opens up in the how it picks off from the previous episode in the Mon era. Toa's teacher, Osamu Kirin, which I said before, so it would seem suspicious about this guy because first of all his last name is part of Lord Kirimaru's name, and he does kind of look like him, just with minus the purple hair and the glasses. So he's looking at the comment, right, and he sees Sota and his daughter May there. And he's had this funny, you get a funny moment where the teacher is asking Sota how is Toa doing these days. Ever since she transferred, she's been gone a lot. And I get the funny moment where Sota is doing like what his grandpa did with Kagome, right? How Kagome's grandfather, whenever she was been away in the feudal era, her grandpa would come up with like excuses, like come up with these weird names of sicknesses that she has, for excuses for her not to stay at school. So here, Sota's doing the same thing, with Toa. Like, well, her neuralgia has subsided, but her arithmetism is still, yeah. So you get that. You get that nice funny moment where call back with how his grandpa would do the same thing with Kagome. So that you get a funny moment there. And then Sota's wife comes in, and the teacher saying that do you see the comment, and he says how it approaches every 470 years. So it's like it's not exactly 500 years, but it's around that time. Many years when the comet would show up again. So, and it says that Sota doesn't see it. He doesn't see it though, but the teacher's saying it sees. So a normal person can't see it at all. And then it trans to back to Kirimaru saying so. It does appear in the other era. So, yeah, it looks like these two are connected, which brings the theory is the teacher who looks like Kirimaru, is he another, like a doll or a puppet like Riku is? To be, because at least like the Kirimaru knows something about the transition between the teacher and him, between here in the modern and the feudal era. So, he really kind of knows something about the future, how the future is, so you get some of that, which is interesting. So I'm sure no doubt that's me that the teacher is in a way with the Kirimaru, because what I said, his last name has part of Kirimaru's name. So, and he says that he cannot ignore it, so he has got to do something about it. He cannot ignore about the comments. He's going to do something about it again. And then also picks up with Lady Zero, picking up the dirt, saying about, this is who I am, going about Toga, right? And then Riku comes in, saying that, she wants to, how the daughter manifests her true powers, talking about Toa, so she wants her true powers to come out, see if she has any hidden powers. And then Riku saying that, she's just a kind person, she doesn't have any other powers, hidden abilities. And then Zero's like, well, if you say so. In that tone of voice, he's like, well, if you say so. He's basically like, you're not good at telling lies, are you? So. And then we cut to back at the corpse dealer's house, Jubei. talking about the blade blood. So that you've inherited the blood of the demon, but that means you have. It's like she wasn't born with it; she just inherited it later on. It's like what later with Sashomaru, how he would be able to get the boss Saiga on his own. So it was what Jubei is saying. It was like ask your blood, and you say you see it something, which I'm looking at it now. I don't mind how it looks on Setsuno's arm. The blade blood is how it looks. It's not like it's a tattoo or anything. It looks like a tattoo, but it's not though. But it just looks kind of pretty interesting how it looks on Setsuno's arm. So, and then Mora wakes up asking the Jubei if there's a bounty, and she's been hired to do, and which Toa and Setsuno are hiring her to help him slay Zero, giving part of Totetsu's bounty to her. And then Hisui comes in holding a small tree with Zero's webbing on it, give out the scent. So they want to slay Zero. And then we cut to Sashomaru's mother's place, where she's there, which is nice to see her again. And then Lord Kirimaru, bowing, saying, "But while your ladyship," which is kind of funny, but interesting about him bowing down, kind of to her, kind of show him respect, which I always thought is interesting more about Lord Kirimaru, how he's like the villain, but he's respectful. He's like also being honorable, like how I said before about him. But so it's more interesting thing I think about Kirimaru. So, and it's saying that you're looking nice. He's like, she's like, don't flatter yourself. No need of flattery. No need for flattery. So. Saying that that his sister Zero is causing trouble, meddling with the daughters of Sashomaru. And then also one to lead into another that we see this thing here, this device called the Windmill of Time, which I didn't think that was that's a thing, because you saw like quick shots of it during the second opening of Yashahime. The second opening with the song Burn playing. Like you see quick shots of it in red, but I didn't think that was an actual thing because of the design of it. I didn't think that was a thing, but apparently it is. So it's called the Windmill of Time, and it's saying it hasn't moved. And Sashomaru's mother mentioning they haven't seen Akuru in several years, so I don't know who that is though. So probably something that has affiliated with this device. So, and it says that he's like it says that Sashomaru's having some hard time finding this pinwheel that goes with this device. And once again, hear the dogs barking again. So, and then Kirimaru is saying, I think it's Sashomaru's true intention to take care of his daughters. And saying, and then his mother says, Sashomaru's mother saying that it can't be possible. That would make him like seem like human, basically. So, which is something that, because how Sashomaru's mother is like, how she get against human, let alone half demons. So, but anyway, getting back with Toa and Setsuno, they get there. The place, Toa finds Zero, and she starts taking our blade and starts fighting her, and Zero saying, "Show me your hidden powers," and then Setsuno fighting Riku, and which I thought was how the fight goes is I thought it was well done. Him fighting against Setsuno really quick, and I thought it was pretty good. Still showing that Riku is still powerful enough to hold his own, like how he did against Totetsu. Like he's blocking her her cyclone burst, and he just goes easily deflects her scourge of swallows, and while giving up that's the once again that sinister smile, that smile that he had like from before when he was like toying with that fire demon, he was tormenting or toying with him. He was giving that sinister villainous look of his. He has that look he has right there again, and then Moroha on Kilala comes in, firing at Zero. Then once again she deflects her Crimson Dragon Wave, deflects like how she did before, but this time she used her Heavenly Arrow Barrage in a shape of an umbrella, and which I'm not sure, but using it like an umbrella, but that's a nitpick though. But what she does afterwards, show how she sends it back, and then Zero sends it back in, and Mora uses her Crimson Backlash Wave, which is nice again. See, she sends it back, and she's like, "What?" And then Riku comes in, and he deflects that with this. Not sand, but it was ashes, which is showed in the form of Toga, in which Miyoga appears. Miyoga appears saying that was from the Master's ashes, so that was from the ashes of Toga. So the place that they're at, where Zero and Riku are retreated at, the manor. That's the place where Toga died. From the third movie where he fought against what was the guy's name again? I said before, but now I forgot now. So many names are hard to remember. Certain type of names. But that's where he died for the opening of the third movie, where the Izui ran with Inuyasha. So it seems like that the powers have seeped into the dirt. So that's why Riku was able to deflect it with some of his ashes. And saying the Backlash Wave was originally the Tetsaiga's technique. So they surround him. They surround both of them, and Zero telling Riku to go, and he's like, "I would never do such a heartless thing, madam." And Toga's surprised, like, "Madam, that's what you said. Who was looking after you was her." So it says that you give back the silver pearl back to her. And Miyoga saying, since they're at the place where Toga passed away, they should just leave. But then Moroha is like, well, it doesn't matter where we're at right now. We should fight to win. And Miyoga's like, oh, what a disrespectful granddaughter to your grandfather. He's like, why do I bother? And he just goes ups and leaves. And then Zero's telling Riku to give the pearl back, but then Riku's like, are you joking? After all the trouble I went to get the rainbow pearls, and she's like surprised. She's surprised that he gathered the pearls for her. And then Zero gets all whiny and pissed about it. It's like, oh, because they're created from her tears, but at the place where he died, and he's like, how dare you? And she gets all mad. He's like, how dare you bring those pearls back to me? I'll show you the true order of the owner of the pearls, and she used her staff. And yes, this is where Setsuna gets the gold pearl out of her eye, including Moroha's red pearl from her rouge. And all the pearls are out, and then all of a sudden Setsuna's a blood blade starts acting up, because it's like like with Inuyasha, when he's separated from the Tetsaiga, he loses control of it. Well, I guess after the golden pearl has been separated from her, now the blood, the blade blood is now acting up now uncontrollably. Well, not uncontrollably, because Setsuna's able to use it to slash Zero. So, and that kills her. Which in some way I was right in this matter. She did die though, but more shortly afterwards. Well, I'll get to that in a second though. But I was part right in this instance though. But and then it cuts to with Sashomaru and Jokin out next to the Tree of Ages. They see the pinwheel that's supposed to go with that time machine. Oh, so there it goes. But then, oh, I guess that this little critter that was like holding the pinwheel. I guess that was the thing of the Aryu, the thing who had the machine. But he just lets it go because Sashomaru and Jokin, they just both walk right into the Tree of Ages, and then that pinwheel machine, it moves a little bit. And then since Zero saying that people are tied to her if she dies, and the people tied to her dies, but Rin was obviously connected to her, so since she's died, Rin wakes up, and even Sashomaru has that surprised look on her, saying that she's woken up. And then Sashomaru was saying, Zero's dying. Who struck her? But I guess like I guess inside the Tree of Ages, it's like water inside. So she wakes up and she's like drowning. But what she was like this, So now Rin, Zero, she's now in the underworld. A place where Sashomaru went to get Rin from before. And Sashomaru's mother is talking to Zero, which she's gazing through her. I forget what the stone thing was called, but she looked through, right? And you get this fun back and forth where basically just Sashomaru's mother and Zero, they're just like talking each other down. So I thought it was kind of fun, And plus, just seeing Sashomaru's mother, to be more talkative than before, because she was only a little bit from before Inuyasha though, but it was nice. But it was like see that she's being more talkative and it's finding it pretty funny, and it was just it was a kind of fun back and forth dialogue between the two of Zero and Sashomaru's mother. And so like with Zero and more dialogues like Zero saying it must be because that Sashomaru must be feeling downright miserable. And as the human that Sashomaru is Sashomaru's wife who is still connected to her. Yes, yeah, still connected, yeah. And that she will die as well. But Sashomaru's mother, is not caring for that at all. And then she brings up Lady Izue, Toga's second wife, Inuyasha's mother, saying that when Izue passed through here in the past, how did you feel? Were you just as relieved as I was? And just Zero's just giving that look like, and going through more, and she said, I have no interest in humans, so I have no words for you. So this is a good fun back and forth between the two, and Zero saying that he wanted to protect Kirimura from the humans and half demons. And then Sashomaru was saying, it's jealousy, so it was incredibly human of you. And she gets like that funny look on her face when she says that. Oh, it's jealousy. It must be incredibly human of you. And then Zero's like, what? Human? How dare you? So yeah, that was a good fun good fun dialogue back and forth between the two. So that was nice. Just nice to see. And then Sashomaru shows up. And then, as soon as he shows up, he pulls out the Tenseiga, and he revives. And he revives Lady Zero just before we get a couple more funny lines of dialogue saying, Sashomaru's mother saying, "Women who burn from love, how pitiful." And so Sashomaru uses the Tenseiga, brings her back, and then since she's back now, Rin falls back asleep now. And then it's funny that Moroha explains, "Oh, that's a Tenseiga. Tenseiga is a sword that saves the lives of the weak." Isn't it supposed to? It's supposed to revive people who have died, not like saves the lives of the weak? But that's kind of like a funny line of dialogue that's said right there. I mean, so everyone who was brought back is weak. So Rin was weak, and even you can say that Zero was weak. Well, that's just a funny line though, but. And then what just really caught me by surprise, it was saying that she won't forgive you. And then, before that, like I said, but Toa's kind of reflecting on how she's kind of like reflecting up about herself and Zero, right? Because with Zero, all that, but she's kind of reflecting how she was. Like she says, that if you don't follow the set of rules, you're treated as an outcast. And that's how she felt like when she was living in the modern world. She felt like she did not belong in that world. So you get into some stuff like that between Witoga's how she feels here, how she felt like she was in the modern world. She felt like an outcast, and it's kind of like implying the same thing here. It's like a different set of rules and almost applying the same thing here. So, which is kind of an interesting way, and seeing that Zero probably feels the same. She feels the same way. And then after that, what totally surprised me that she broke the Tenseiga. Zero broke the Tenseiga. That just totally surprised me. I mean, after all this time, throughout the whole series, Inuyasha and all that, all of a sudden now the Tenseiga breaks. Well, it was the first time, because like in Inuyasha, the Tenseiga broke. We seen the Tenseiga broke, so why not have the Tenseiga break? But that totally surprised me that she up and just broke Sashomaru's Tenseiga like that. And that was a total surprise. And then she's how Zero said how she's gonna deal with everything herself, and I'm no longer fault her. She's who she is. And then all of a sudden this bright light shines in the sky, and then Kirimaru shows up. And cut to the end. Now I will say how it's end. I was gonna bring up, like I said, brought up in the beginning of this. I'm not gonna give. Well, I don't know if I should give, because there's not much they didn't show much in the preview. All I actually say about the preview is about what I don't know if I should explain in the next video, because I don't want to give too much away. Well, people seen the preview already, but because this is the finale, so. But all I can say is, I just hope that how this finale ends, I just hope we'll get a second season, because, like I said, I love Inuyasha, and I've highly enjoyed the series, even though there's some nitpicks here and there and some things, but I love Yashahime. I've thoroughly enjoyed the series. It was my favorite thing I saw back in 2020. I just hope there'll be a second season. I just hope there is. But with this finale, though, I hope that because now you get basically almost everybody there in that spot. You get Sashomaru, our trio, Mora, Setsuna Toa, Zero, Riku, and now Kirimaru comes in, even Miyoga, I think he was there too, but still. But everyone is there now. Basically, almost everybody there. How this is going to go down? Well, there was one thing I saw in the preview, but I should probably talk. I'm not sure if I talk about the preview though. Maybe in the next video, because I usually been doing that in the next video, so maybe I will. But if I don't though, but I'm saying this, I just hope that this is going to be and really good though. If the way it goes, maybe hopefully Rin will wake up. She woke up though, but that was the whole thing that she's gonna wake up and that's it. Yay! But no, because I think I was part right about that Zero did die, but she got brought back to life because of the Tenseiga. So I was right in that one part though, that she did die, but brought back to life. So yeah, that's one thing I did say that oh, it's meant to fool us that she really did die, and then at the same part they're gonna play that she didn't die or injure or whatever. In that aspect, I was right in one technical part, but she is alive still, yeah. And then Rin, she woke up though, but then she got put back into the sleep because she was brought back. Zero was. But hopefully, because the next episode is titled "Being the Daughter of Sashomaru." It's gonna be like probably like this big epic, big battle, I would say. But I just hope hopefully everything goes at the end because I want to get a second season. Hopefully, like I said, fingers crossed that we get a second season. Because I was gonna end on this one thing where some other things that probably won't get. We'll have to wait and see because I can't put things into words because I can't just assume everything. So. But I just hope we'll get a second season, and I hope everything goes well. Because maybe I'm just stretching out. Maybe by the end of this finale, maybe Kagome and Inuyasha will be brought back. So maybe she can reunite with their long lost daughter Moroha, and I would like to see that. I would, of course. But I just hope this finale just goes like how we all think it would be. If not. That's why we will get a second season to continue on. I just hope that will be the case. But this episode, the Three Princesses Strike Back, I thought was really decent enough. Like I said, some of the fights, although her Zero's fight I thought was cut short. That's a nitpick I give to her. Fight was cut short because of Susuna's blood blade. But the quick fight that Susuna had with Riku was decent. The quick fight, how he still holds his own, like deflecting the Cyclone Burst and the Scourge of Swallows, and the fun back and forth between Sashomaru's mother and Zero. That was fun. That was fun to watch. Him basically just funny, just them talking each other down. And the whole thing with that whole pinwheel time machine thing. Which I didn't know that was the thing because you saw those quick shots, like a split-second shot in that second opening. So, but still decent enough episode. It was not that bad. It was not that bad at all. But I just hope to see the finale. Can't believe it's already here now. 24 episodes later. Jeez. Since I started reviewing these back in October, so man. But yeah, I hope this finale will be great. I just hope I can only hope for, because if not, we need to get a second season, and I hope this also, fingers crossed on that, if anyone agrees, so. But yeah, that's my review on episode 23, The Three Princesses Strike Back. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, maybe I'll talk about the preview, I will, but there wasn't much for me to talk, there wasn't much, though. But we'll see on that, though. But hopefully, so stand by in the next video, alright? But thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my review of this episode, and stay tuned for more. And we'll see y'all later.